day every day. Thank you. All right, well, who wouldn't like to get more done and then find balance at the same time? Think about what you could accomplish if you buckled down and you really put your mind to it, not just talked about it. Life coach Judy Ryan is here with ideas for being more productive. Welcome back to Great Day St. Louis.
Thank you. I'm really happy to be here.
I
again.
am too, because everything she's going to tell you, you don't have to go out and buy something. You can do what we're talking about right now. You just have to commit.
Yes, absolutely. 160 years ago, David Henry Thoreau said, it's not just that we're busy. The question is, what are we busy all about?
Exactly. And I don't think a lot of people could tell you. They just could tell you, I'm just really busy. Because it's just like a whirlwind every day. So that's the first thing you need to do, is that you said for yourself, you had to actually write out a blueprint to see where you were spending your time.
Right. Not only where am I spending my time, but what do I want my life to be about? You know, the problem that I see with most people is that they don't, either they have too much going on, too much information, too many things they think they have to do, they should do, they ought to do, that they don't really step back and say, what is it I want my life to be like? How do I live my life so that it's a life I love? And so when in business, people talk about how you have to work on your business, not just in your business, but people need to do that in their personal life as well.
So what does that look like? We were talking about in the commercial break, you know, people are on Twitter and Facebook and they email you and you feel like, oh my gosh, I have to reply to them right now, but my son's right here and I don't know what to do and I don't want to be rude.
Well,
so what are the
rules? That's actually called the tyranny of the urgent. That's that thing that when the phone rings, we think we immediately have to answer it. When an email pops up, we have this automatic feeling that we're going to be doing something wrong if we don't immediately respond. But what's more helpful is to put it in with a set of routines that you do that you know is going to work for your life, so that something else won't be slipping through the cracks.
So you're saying maybe you say, okay, from 11 to 11:30, I'm responding to all emails, and so you just kind of map out and schedule out your time.
Right. Not only do you map out how you manage emails, but you also get clear about what are my priorities and why. So most people don't step back and say, what do I want my life to cause? And I remember one time a man came to me and he said, you know, I thought I was living my life very productively, but all of a sudden my wife divorced me and my kids weren't close to me, and it's because he had lost sight of having all of the things that were important to him built into his life.
So what do we need to do? What are the systems and tools that we need to get started right this second?
Okay, well, there's a couple of tips that I could give you right this second. One of them would be to actually take and list all of the routines that you do that you want to do. Like, for example, I have 5 children, most of them are grown and married, and I want to see them every month. But if I don't actually build that into my calendar, and I don't let my calendar help me function to make that happen, it could slip through the cracks for a couple of months that I actually organize something. So one of the things that people can do is actually create a list of all the things they want to do on a routine basis, and then let their calendar do the reminding and
for
the prompting.
you, one of those things was to have dinner with your kids once a month.
Right, and sometimes you have a weekly thing, a daily thing, a monthly thing. Like I have, daily things like meditate and pray, and then I have things like making sure that I pay my bills twice a month, and then I have things that I want to do even quarterly.
So write it down.
Right, get clear about what are your routines and build them in. But even more importantly than some of those real practical tips is there's a lot of things around productivity that have to do more with what are your strengths? What are the things that you're good at, and how can you actually have the support that you need from other people? Because what I think gets in the way of productivity for people is there's just too much. Too much information, too much that you think you have to do, and too much that people are trying to do on their own. So they don't have the answers that they need. Get help. Get the support you need.
All right. Thank you so much. And for more advice from Judy, just check out the Systems to Accelerate Productivity speaker series. We posted more information and a link to Judy's website on GreatDaySt.Louis.com. Well, coming up on Great Day St. Louis, we're checking in live with Kent Earhart.